Coming right up is MMA News number 49, and in it we have UFC and Strikeforce news. On the UFC side, we talk about the possibility they could be coming to United Center. Pay-per-view hours are getting a big shift. Also, there's a match that may be happening at UFC. Bo's got more information about that, a big one. Over on the Strikeforce side, Gina Carano is doing some more filming on Haywire. Dan Henderson may get a fight against Fedor. He probably should. And Cris Cyborg ain't going anywhere anytime soon. All that and more coming right up. Here at Alternate Reality, less is always more, because all new comics are always 15% off here at Alternate Reality. Every day for everyone. Unlike other stores, I have knocked 15% off the cover price of every new comic that's ever walked out the door here, going all the way back to when I first opened in 1994. So why shop anywhere else when you can come down here and save 15% off every day for everyone at Alternate Reality?
I will never understand any of this, but here's your fight news with Bo and Comicbookman.
Most humanoids have the potential to be irrational. Perhaps you should attempt to access that part of your psyche.
Fight News, episode 49, Agreements and Betrayals.
Are we all set?
We are.
Okay, you know what that means, don't you?
Hey,
folks, how you doing? Comicbookman here. Welcome once again to my video.
Starting to swell.
This is time for MMA News!
Try to hit him in the face.
And MMA News is coming from Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood.
We're trying to get a fight out there.
Alternate Reality, all new comics, 15% off every day for everyone. There's an MMA school right down the street that's been there for 3 years that I just walked past today. It's got a for rent sign in the window. Guys, good job of coming down here a block to the store and saying, hey, we own an MMA school and you do MMA News. Boy, wouldn't that be two great tastes that taste great together? Good luck, guys.
They were only appealing to the Irish MMA fans.
Anyway, I'm being joined, as always, by...
Bo, how you doing, kids?
By Bo, how you doing, kids?
That's my
and Bo, how you doing, kids? First story is about the UFC booking the United Center. What the hell are they going to do in the United Center?
They're not booking. Yesterday's Sun Times had an exclusive story.
Yesterday's Sun Times,
Chicago
which
Sun
would
Times,
be...
Which would be on the 3/11.
3/11.
Friday. They reported that the UFC was considering booking the United Center in the summertime. They're considering it, but the problem with the United Center is you've got...
It's expensive.
No. Actually, the rent is not the issue. You got basketball games.
Yeah.
You got hockey games.
Not in the summer.
You got concerts. No,
maybe in the summer.
You got the circus.
Not in the summer. Well, I think you got the circus. Not Ringling, bro. Well, maybe
Cirque du Soleil.
What's Cirque du Soleil? There's a whole bunch of stuff that could be.
What's
there.
that African American circus that they?
No, that's in Washington Park.
Okay.
But so nothing's been agreed on. But if they're going to do it, it's lightly penciled in for the summertime and they're picking the United Center instead of out there in the middle of nowhere at Rosemont or whatever the hell.
Well, come on, Rosemont's by the airport.
Because it's out in the Allstate, because it's out in the middle of nowhere, and you can get a bigger crowd. And also much more comfortable seats at the United Center. Because I was at that show at the Rosemont, and that place sucks.
Well, but it's not in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, how do you feel about the Rosemont?
The seats are not meant for people who are actually built like people.
I've been to the United Center, and their seats aren't all that much bigger either, but they are a little more comfortable.
They got that big-ass TV right over.
Well, yes, they do.
Much better concessions and much better parking lot. And
so you can go to the live event so I can watch it on a big-ass TV.
And you can go places downtown and eat and then show up.
Whereas,
Is the UFC doing their pay-per-views too late for you? Well, they're going to fix that.
UFC 129 will be the beginning of their pay-per-view starting 1 hour earlier. This isn't for people in our time zone. This is for people in New York City who are staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning to watch their pay-per-view.
Oh, if you really love MMA, you'll stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Well, they were staying up. They weren't complaining about it, but they moved everything. They're moving everything back.
Can you TiVo a pay-per-view?
You can order the pay-per-view. You can pay for the pay-per-view.
You
can set up your VCR and you can tape it that way. But you have to have a VCR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think you can still TiVo it as well. But it's a whole bunch of complications about TiVoing a special event.
Yeah, it's very complicated.
Because you don't know when it's going to end and it's all screwed up and you get to start time
staying
wrong.
Up till 1 in the morning.
Right, and then all of a sudden you see nothing. So it's kind of...
Wake up! What's going on with United Center, Bo?
I should be doing the fight.
Bo, what's going on with United Center? They're going to book something?
It's still there.
Oh, okay. Next story we got.
Just introduce the story.
I like the Bulls.
Just mention Michael Bisping. Okay, you don't even have to do
UFC 27, 127.
UFC 127, you had a fight between Michael Bisping and George Rivera. Bisping TKO'd Rivera in the second round, but in the first round he hit him with an illegal knee, which Rivera's people had a problem with. But Rivera said,
"Did he take his knee off and hit him with it?"
It wasn't his knee.
No, Rivera was down and he got kneed, and then the ref said, "Can you fight again?" He said, "Yes, I can fight again." And so in the second round, Bisping knocked him out. Now, when the fight was over with, Bisping apparently spit in the general direction of Rivera's coach.
Wow!
Because before the fight, there were a whole bunch of these videos and internet postings from Rivera and his people insulting Bisping, his family, his country, and everything else. And so there was a lot of bad blood. Well, he's an English fighter.
Oh, and they're insulting English.
Yes, they were insulting English.
Well, the English have a remarkably thin skin.
They were very, very, So, but a bunch of people have said they'd like to fight Bisping because they don't like him because he comes off as a really, really bad guy, and it's all an act. Victor Belfort and Chael Sonnen said they want to fight him, but because Bisping, after he did the spitting, apparently he looked over and he saw Dana White's face and he went, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You're a wonderful guy." But he's probably still going to end up getting suspended because he hit a guy in the head with his knee.
Comicbookman, I think you took your wallet.
Yes, I did.
Hey!
He has no money in it.
Okay, that was all UFC news. Now we're going to take a right turn into Strikeforce. And Gina Carano.
Gina Carano, the Strikeforce fighter who hasn't fought in a while because she's been off doing movies. She's doing some extra shooting on the action film Haywire.
Haywire?
Actually, Steven Soderbergh directed the film. It's got Ewan McGregor, Robert De Niro's in it, and actually there's some pictures that have popped up on the internet of her beating the crap out of
Robert De Niro?
No, I think she hits him too. And Michael Douglas is in the film as well.
You have to pay extra for that.
Yes, you do. But she's going to be doing some reshoots, but she's still maybe returning to Strikeforce in June, which is fine because Gina Carano is, if I say a woman and an MMA fighter, what do you expect her to look like?
Ugly.
Gina Carano is far from ugly.
Didn't we see her at Wizard the first year?
Fugly.
No, we didn't see Gina Carano, but we saw someone. But Gina Carano is a quite attractive young woman, and you've introduced this crossover thing, and so she can be coming back to Strikeforce in June.
Yes, Strikeforce. What's our first story, Bo?
Strikeforce. They didn't want to have Dan Henderson fight Fedor or Emelianenko.
It's not a girl,
but no one's talked to M1 Global or Fedor about it. Now Henderson likes the idea of the fight because it would be a big, huge super fight. And since Fedor's got knocked out in his last two fights, a fight with Dan Henderson would actually make people give a crap about you anymore, Fedor. So get a clue. Get a clue, Fedor. Get a clue.
Very good. You stretched it wonderfully.
2 fights in a row, lost. Dana White's laughing at your ass because you're no longer an invincible fighter. This is a fight people will want to pay to see, and you're thinking about it. You don't know if it fits into your schedule. You don't have a schedule. Fight someone.
Bo's talking stuff, man.
Well, I'd kick his ass right now.
Dana White's laughing at the superior intellect.
Dana White's laughing at
I'm laughing at Fedor.
I see the internet post. Man, Dana White is just laughing at Fedor going, yeah, this guy, he's a real great fighter. Meanwhile, he can't beat anybody who's ever been anybody.
Bo takes you there, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He brings you right along and he takes you right there into the locker room.
And puts you right to sleep.
Fedor, let's go, buddy. Let's go.
Smell of sweat.
Last story we've got.
Thank you,
Strikeforce. Cris Cyborg will not be coming to the WWE anytime soon.
There was a rumor popping up. It was on Yahoo Sports. It was on a couple other spots. It's Strikeforce's female fighter who actually had a big fight with Gina Carano. Yeah. Cris Cyborg would be going to the WWE to fight and work with the wrestlers. Well, she has a contract with Strikeforce. It's not going to happen. Strikeforce would be quite happy for that to happen because it's great publicity for them. But the WWE doesn't like people working for other people, and so...
But Strikeforce isn't crazy about it either.
Yeah, well, no, Strikeforce said no. Strikeforce thought it'd be cool because Strikeforce is only on Showtime.
Oh, I'm thinking of Dana and UFC.
No.
Dana wouldn't be too hot about it.
No, Dana wouldn't let it happen. White wouldn't let it happen at all. So she's not going to the WWE, so she's not going to be fighting there. Although she could, because if you look at her, she's a tough-looking broad.
Yes, she is. Okay, are we done?
Yes, we're done.
Good. Okay, and that's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We got no more MMA news.
Smile like
but you can go to the store's website and check out all the MMA news that we've done so far. Coming up on the Big 5-0 on MMA news.
5-0.
And where's the store's website at?
5-0 is a hell of a show.
Well, where's it at?
Sarah knows all this stuff, but she's too busy not caring.
www.myultimatereality.com. Comic Book Man would love to hear any and all of your insane, awesome suggestions. The crazier, the better.
So go to the store's website and check out all of the news that Bo sends me that I post up for the MMA.
You do that,
and
too.
until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
This is Bo.
Saying bye. Alternate Reality is located at 3149 West 111th Street. That's the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in Chicago, the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood neighborhood. You can always reach us at 773-881-HERO or at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.